attracted to her looks, and she became a model in Egypt. When Omaima turned 18 years old, she met an American man in Egypt, and he was an oil worker from Texas. Now, I couldn't find this man's name, so he will be unnamed at this point. Omaima's family was very adamant that Omaima marry this man from Texas, as they believed that the Muslim men would not want to marry Omaima after she had been in a relationship with an American man. So in the year 1986, Omaima married this American man in Egypt, and shortly after their marriage, they moved back to the United States and lived in Texas. After moving to Texas, though, Omaima realized that her new marriage was falling apart, and it honestly did not last very long before Omaima and this man got divorced. Omaima did realize that she had quite a few more opportunities for herself here in the States, so she chose to stay in America instead of heading back to Egypt after her and her husband separated. Omaima still did not speak English super well at this point in time, but she decided that she was going to move to California, and so off she went, and she moved to Orange County, California. In order to help herself not be so lonely in this new country where she had no friends whatsoever, Omaima decided that she would go to bars a lot and use her looks to attract men so that she wouldn't be so lonely and that she could always have someone by her side. After moving to Orange County, Omaima became a nanny and a house cleaner, and this allowed her to make a small living for herself. Omaima still regularly went to bars in search of men to keep her company, and Omaima was particularly interested in older men, as she felt they provided her a little bit more security, and they tended to most of Bill's children were older than Omaima, she seemed to fit in rather well with them. They all agreed that Omaima was one tough girl and that she had quite a bit of spunk in her. After meeting all of Bill's family, Omaima and Bill headed back to California to start their life off as a newly married couple. Around Thanksgiving, Bill talked to one of his children on the phone and told them how well things were going for him and Omaima, and that he was looking forward to the large Thanksgiving meal that he had planned with her. So Bill would not be traveling back home to be with his children for Thanksgiving this year. They had planned to stay, just him and Omaima, in Orange County, California, since they had recently traveled back to Texas just earlier in October. Thanksgiving came and went, and most of Bill's children did not hear from him, but they honestly thought nothing of it at the time. They all assumed Bill was off enjoying life with his new wife. A few days later, after Thanksgiving, on December the 1st, a man named Jose found an upset Omaima waiting on his doorstep. Jose and Omaima had briefly dated at some point in time before she had met Bill, but their relationship ended and they honestly had not really stayed in touch. Jose questioned Omaima and asked what she was doing at his house. Omaima told him that she had gotten married and that her new questioned about all of this, she kept saying that they had been having a Thanksgiving meal together, and then she didn't remember anything else. She didn't remember how she had killed Bill, just that she had woken up and found his remains in various trash bags. Omaima then claimed that something inside of her told her to do this to Bill, and it was as though a demon was living inside of her. Omaima kept saying that she had seen two women right before the murder, telling her that Bill must die. Investigators continued to gather evidence at Bill and Omaima's apartment, but they were sadly unable to account for all of Bill's remains. Omaima apparently claimed to a psychologist that the police was having her talk to that she had eaten parts of Bill's remains and that they tasted sweet. But she has also recanted this story and said later on in court that she would never do such a thing. Several neighbors for Bill and Omaima heard her running the garbage disposal basically all day and all night since Thanksgiving Day, so that could explain where the unknown remains went. But that is up for you to decide if you believe Omaima on that point or not. The police began to look into Omaima's past, and it seems this was not the first time something similar to this had happened. Omaima always seemed to have a new man by her side that she would very quickly move in with. All of these relationships ended up ending after Omaima would either steal money or she would steal objects and resell them. After she stole